Okay, here we are at a dump, a typical dump in France. We're in the French Alps. These are found all over France, and this is one of the reasons we love it so much here. So that's a typical dump sign. They are an indication of where you'll find somewhere to empty your waste and fill it with your fresh, and of course empty your loo. There's Nigel, who's patiently filling up the tank with a very slow tap. So you'll have a tap. More often than not, you'll have a tap for your fresh and a separate one for the loo. Very rarely really in France you'll have one that does both, which is, well, not nice, but it does happen, but not often. Hole in the ground, drain for your wastewater, and we've already done the dirty business, spared you the pain, but that is a place to empty your loo. So you just lift up the lid and in there is a sewage drain, and that silver tap on the right is where you rinse your loo out, and bingo.
For those of you who use Aires and think the majority of them are just car parks and not particularly all that nice, hold on a second, I'll just show you. Pretty flower. Yeah, we're just going up the Col de Magdalene in the Alps, and we just saw a sign. It is actually on Park for Night, but we saw a sign for campervan parking. I thought it was strange because they normally are in a town or a little village or something. That's what they're designed for, really, is to help support businesses in the town and things. And so we saw this, we took the turning, and then we thought we'd follow this sign. A lovely little play area, children, and if the children are a bit older, there's a little football pitch. There's drinking water over there, and there's your camping spot for your motorhome. Bin, a fire grate, and a picnic table. Isn't that just all amazing? And we're on our own as well. So we stopped on this last night, advertised in the town, a signpost in the town directed us here. So we picked up one of the last spaces there. So as you can see, there is a bit of a car park and a sports centre there, but it's not. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant place to stop. So there's quite a few. There's some Germans, Italians, Belgium, us Brits, and some French here last night. Like we say, it is provided by the local community for motorhomes, and it actually specifies that no one else can park in these spots because it says so there on the sign. There's a little grassy area. The guys were playing boule last night. There's a boule or petang court there. Behind this area here is a little barbecue, and as you can see, there's picnic tables as well. It's got a dump facility, so that means you can empty your waste, your toilet, and fill up with fresh water. These are provided not only for the benefit of the campers, but also the benefit of the locals, knowing that the waste is disposed of in an environmentally and friendly manner, and not just dumped in the bushes, or people taking a toilet or nature breaks in the bushes. The idea of the Aires is obviously to provide an area for the camper vans, There are 2 campsites in this town, so you know you can't argue that using an air is taken away from the campsites. I haven't seen the campsites, so I don't know whether they're full, but I presume they won't be empty. This is the main summer holiday season in France. So what they provide these areas to help assist is the town, so the local shops selling local produce. So when we come across a nice town we go and visit. We had a glass of wine and a beer in one the other day, just to show our gratitude for allowing us to stop the night for free. So today there's a market on in the town, so there's a local honey producer had a stall there, so we picked up the local honey direct from the producer. Then with it being a Beaufort region, there was a Beaufort, which is cheese manufacturer, and in there they also sell other local produce. So we've acquired a taste for gineppi over the last couple of days, so we bought a nice little bottle of that. Can't see it lasting very long. And we were short of saucisson because we didn't really want to buy it in the supermarket when we were there a couple of days ago. We prefer to buy from a local shop and producer, and so we got 4. Why I'm doing this video is, like I said, there's quite a few cars, campervans here, motorhomes, which is great. It's been provided by the police or the gendarmerie do come around at about 5 o'clock to collect £4 or €4.80 for the privilege of staying here, which is fine. You know, if they were all £4.80 or £5, then you know, we wouldn't mind at all. The fact that they're mostly free, and you know, they're welcome to be free, is just an added bonus, really. But when we opened our back blinds this morning, what we noticed was someone has parked actually over here. I don't know if you can see it really. It's got a pop-up roof. We're thinking, why have they parked over there when there's, you know, an air here? This is where they want you to park. But then it struck us, they haven't got a toilet, and there's no cover here. There's no, you look around, there's no trees or anything. And this is what is giving everyone a bad name and making places dirty, disgusting, locals angry, and giving us motorhomes a bad name. We're all parked legally, we've paid our dues, we're going to use the services, but then a small pop-up camper van comes with no facilities on board, no toilet or anything. They can't be just nipping out around the back of the van parked where we are. They've got to have some sort of cover for their dirty deeds, and obviously that tree over there provides that cover. I don't think it's the fact that they didn't want to pay the money, because you know, if the police came around this morning, obviously they're going to see them. You know, it's not rocket science that there's one vehicle parked in an empty car park. So I don't think it's really to do with the money side. It is to do with the toilet issue, and like I say, it's happening. You know, we've seen it in New Zealand, we're hearing about it in North Wales at the moment while we're away, people wild camping, and it's done in vans. It's not camper vans, motorhomes, it's people in vans who've got no facilities. So here we are at a air, just done the services, so we've emptied the water and emptied the toilet. It is actually a brand new one. It's been provided by the local area. Still under, main things still under construction. Just got the landscaping, it looks like, to do, and then finishing off with the electric side. It looks like it's going to have a barrier for entry. Probably have to pay with a card or something before you can get in, and yeah, you'll be able to park in this huge newly tarmacked area. And so you don't have to pay to use the dump. This is on the outside of the area, so even if you're just passing through, you can use the facilities of the dump sort of fresh water and emptying facilities without having to pay to enter the actual area itself. So it's well done to this community for providing this to stop maybe problem camping. They provide somewhere instead of turning a blind eye, you know, not blind eye, but banning it altogether. They have provided the area to relieve any problems that they might have.
Today we're in Germany, and I'm just going to show you what a Stellplatz is in Germany, which is similar to an Aire in France. They're normally a lot neater in many respects in terms of what you have underground, but otherwise pretty much the same sort of method really. Oh, many a time as well you have to pay in Germany, which in France is sort of, I don't know, half and half maybe. Okay, so there's the service area, so that's where you pay for the parking, which here is €13 a night. You can pay with coins or card. Then that pipe there is where your loo waste goes, and there's fresh water, which we're hooked up to, and there's the drain in the floor for your waste. So all very, very similar to what you'd get in on a French Aire. Okay, so we've just stopped at a Stellplatz, or Reismobil Stellplatz, which is the full title in Germany. There's our van behind me. This isn't actually one where you can stop overnight, we've just realised, so I'll just show you the signs, what you can expect in Germany, to explain what you can and can't do. So there we go, if you look up there, the top sign says this isn't the Stellplatz, but the Stellplatz is up the road at the sports centre, which is great. And then drinking water, you're allowed 100 litres on the supply that's here, and the dump area on the bottom sign there, and that's what you get. Fresh water there. Then here, separate emptying for your loo. You'll lift up one of those flaps, I'm not sure which, I'm not going to fiddle around in this COVID era. And then a drain in the floor for your waste water. Someone's left a little parcel there. Ooh, okay. Part and parcel, pardon the pun, of what we have to see in motorhome world. Reality check. Okay, so yeah, so that's all free, and this is basically where you can park during the day. Again, it's free here, but as the sign said, the actual overnight Stellplatz is up the road, which we're not going to because we're moving on up the road to the Black Forest. So bye for now. This is a German emptying point, a dump point, service station, service area, whatever you want to call it, on a Stellplatz. The Stellplatz is a dedicated overnight motorhome parking area, which we've just come away from there. But yeah, this is the dump. So drain in the ground, very typical of what you get in Germany to empty your waste. That's it's not drinking water, I don't know what that is. That's the toilet emptying, which is the hole is where the waste goes. Really neat system actually, better than